drifting, open and or fake themselves getting.
Oh, stop putting stuff you're in on the screen, bro. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you creators to stop putting her on the screen because you're gonna hear something on the desk.
I am gonna be in a glass box, tied up, and it's gonna be open for the public.
Ever since 2020, society's become much more of a gooner world compared to the past. I wonder how life would have been if we never had the COVID lockdowns and everyone didn't become mentally deranged from it. Because the stuff that happens now online,
I love COVID, bro.
Would never happen on the internet like 5 years ago. And this past year and last year, there's been really two people that I'd say have become the face of gooners. Gooners might be too nice of a word for them, actually. We'll just call them
the faces of Satan's underworld.
And that's Lily Phillips and Bonnie Blue. These two women right here have single-handedly set back feminism like 100 years. Lily Phillips is an creator that started her account back in 2020 when she was 19. It's crazy to me how it's normal for you to now instantly turn 18.
19 years old. You know how young that is, bro? I'm only 14 years old, so to me that's like, whoa. That's crazy. 19 years old. Have you even taken enough substantial amount of wood for you to be doing that at 19?
I remember when Bad Baby did it a couple years ago and everyone was so shocked at the thought of someone doing that. Now you'll see girls casually counting down their birthday on social media until they can open it. Like she really opened her account at 19. Didn't even wait to get out the teens. A lot of these girls don't realize how bad it could be for them until they grow up because so much changes about you from your teens to 20s to 30s. She's lucky she didn't end up hating it and trying to delete her account. Because once you open that blue and white logo account, there is no going back. It's forever staying on the internet. You could hire the CIA and they probably wouldn't be able to scrub everything you put out. And you could tell she was someone growing up that was insecure, which may relate to her sex addiction. She's admitted before on a podcast that she got lip filler at 17.
And what surgeries have you had? And how old were you when you started getting things done?
Oh my god, I actually got lip filler when I was 17.
How bad do your insecurities have?
That's normal though, why not? Like every UK girl, they get lip filler like young, bro. They get it like as soon as they can get it, they get it, bro.
To get work done at 17. Kylie Jenner has done LeBron James numbers of destroying women's confidence on the internet. As much as I blame her for getting it, you can't tell me this don't fall on the parents too. Because there's no way she gathered enough money at 17 from working at McDonald's or something to go to the doctor and get pristine lip fillers. Also, there's no way her
this guy, he might. I feel like this guy, this Tommy guy, I feel like he's never really touched women in his life because just know that girls just be working part-time from when they're 16 and then they get lip fillers done. Lip fillers are cheap, bro. Get that done for like $2 bro. It's not that serious, bro. Every girl has $2.
Parents didn't have to sign anything at that age for her to be able to do it. 17 is insane because potentially your body isn't even done with puberty. Lily Phillips mainly advertises herself a lot on podcasts and places like TikTok, doing the most recent trends and whatever's popular to get attention on her. I always find it very concerning when they do this because they know damn well a lot of the people looking at these trends are under the age of 18. If they were to do it on Twitter, I would say that's fair game because a lot more older people are on there and let's be real, Twitter's just known as a goon rap. They know though, intentionally doing these trends on TikTok is gonna lead to minor scenes. It's the exact same play the Bop House does. But to them, yeah, they could care less. It don't matter because it helps them stack up their bread. She's most known for going viral last year for sleeping with 100 men in a day and having it documented. And also the same day, contracting a new type of STD scientists never believed was possible to exist before this. Whoa. If you've never watched the documentary, do yourself a favor and don't watch it. The whole stunt was done because she wanted to push her name out there and push her limits. Her name did definitely get pushed more out there. I don't know if she was expecting positivity or something. No one in public is gonna look at this and start cheering and chanting for her success. I guess she did get some of the positivity she wanted. She got awarded Best Female Creator in the Corn Show Awards. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know there was a Gooner Award show until researching for
that's a thing?
Creator in the Corn Show.
XMA Award Favorite Female Creator 1. Wow. Nah, honestly, that's nasty.
Show Awards. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know there was a Gooner Award show until researching for this video. And that it's been up since the
year I was born.
We as a society just...
Sure.
Her whole message is very dangerous too, because whenever someone tries to press her for what she's doing and saying it's disgusting, she frames all of her actions in a feminist way and that everything she's doing is empowering.
A feminist means you want equality between men and women. And that is honestly what I'm striving for.
Imagine being one of the women marching in America like 100 years ago trying to gain the right to vote. And this OF star equates her getting 100 men to blow at her back as the same suffering. And this is the exact opposite of feminism. If anything, she's taking away from it. She's promoting her body everywhere and saying you just gotta sign a form to smash her. And that's exactly what these misogynistic men would want. They look at women as objects. Her saying she's a feminist just takes away from the message of actual women out there who are fighting. And also, I can almost guarantee this. There's gonna be some little girl out there watching Lily Phillips talking like this, then grows up, ends up doing the same thing as her, and she's gonna say that Lily inspired her to do it. The least she could do is own it and say she's a thought or something. Because her saying she's a feminist is just gonna misconstrue the real message. And clearly she doesn't believe in her own message because in the video she started crying saying it was more intense than she thought it was gonna be.
Feeling. I don't know how to explain it, like... It's not like just having sex with someone. Yeah. Just one in, one out, like it feels intense. Like more intense than you thought it might.
Yes, 100 men. I don't think any of them did any of that. I think it was all just like I think it was all just some fake propaganda, just trying to push their OnlyFans out and stuff like that. I really don't think that they slept with 1,000 men or 100 men. I don't think none of that even like. I don't think anything close to that happened. Ew, bro.
I think I was well. You know when I talked to you last, like I was not nervous. It was like the day before. I was like, oh, I'm so nervous, but it was good. It was more. I guess the interactions when like I'd have to stop them early and like you'd have to stand on business and be like, I'm so sorry, you got to go, and like the awkward interaction of like you feeling pressure to have to meet them if like you haven't spent enough time with them and feeling like they didn't like you didn't give them a good time because like they only got 2 minutes.
The crying is way worse when you realize she's also crying because every dude didn't get to finish. That's how you know her ass is freaked out. She was trying to make sure every dude was in bliss and satisfied, treating her coochie like an Amazon review comment section. The long-term effects for this aren't showing yet. She just started to become big this year. It may lead to the point where she'll need security in the future simply because the image she presents online. A person who's a fan of hers in public cannot be normal. And now her next big challenge she's planning on doing for virality. I'll just play the video and you can judge for yourself.
I'm going to be the first person to get bonked for 24 hours straight. Now you can tune in and watch this.
What is that?
It's getting live streamed this Friday.
When does it get to the point for her where doing this is not even worth it? After this, is she gonna do 3 days in a row? A week in a row? They gotta take this woman's brain in the
What does bonked mean? What does that mean? I'm confused. No one's explaining. They're just saying stuff. They're not explaining
This
that.
next woman, she takes it to a level even above her. Rumor has it if you say Bonnie Blue's name in a mirror 3 times, you get touched in your sleep vigorously. It is essential that you do not do this. There is never a frame I've seen of Bonnie Blue where she does not look like a demon.
Yeah, no, she looks like a pure like
anybody who can look at Bonnie
succubus.
Blue's face for 10 seconds in a row without getting scared gets $1 from me.
Bro, take it off the screen, bro. Bro, take this bitch. No, seriously, like her face actually scares me.
To get your
bro.
$1, just hit up any of these accounts in my comment section that say Tommy NFG bot, and they'll happily supply you with your $1. That's a joke, by the way. Don't do that. Bonnie Blue is an OF creator who started in 2023, which is very recently, and for her to be so known in so little time, every time you see her on social media, she's always doing something for public attention. A couple of months ago, her and D-List washed up, whole image was fake from the start, rapper Lil Mabu. We're in a fake relationship and fake getting married. Man, we got the battle of mid going on here. They gotta be competing for who does shit for social media attention the most. Also, they both got banned from attending any NBA games ever in the future again, because on live TV, while the camera was panned on them, Bonnie decided to, and I'm keeping it YouTube appropriate, let's just say, tie his shoe. And after tying his shoe, she had to wipe off something on her mouth that was coincidental.
She's doing the shade thrust, man.
Just for attention. I know Lil Mabu's gonna regret that in the future. He won't be able to see the GOAT play his last game. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That's the biggest sin out of his whole career, even more than his music. She also fake getting arrested. Why is it when someone is falling off every time, they either start politically grifting, open and open, or fake themselves getting...
Oh, stop putting Sophie on the screen, bro. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you creators to stop putting her on the screen, because you're gonna hear something on the desk. You're gonna see something rise and stop putting her on the screen.
Bonnie Blue's whole shtick is weird because her main thing is being with guys that are quote unquote barely legal. Saying that word just causes a compulsion in my body. Usually the only people I saw on that barely legal wave was weirdo losers on Twitter who would go into girls' comments and celebrate when they turn 18. Anytime you see a girl that's famous under the age of 18 turn 18, as soon as she posted on Instagram, you see a bunch of weirdo losers in their comment sections. But Bonnie Blue may have outshined.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where a girl just turns 18 and everyone is just spamming, oh, you're gonna start on and it's usually grown men. Like that's the thing, you're not even deep in it yet. It's just fully grown men, bro. That's the weirdest.
All of it. At this point, her whole obsession with people being barely legal needs to be classified as a mental illness. Listen to her answer on this hypothetical scenario if she had a son and he turned 18.
If you were to have children and you had a son, and he turned 18, how would you feel if he slept with someone like you? Yeah, I'd love him. You'd love it. Yeah, obviously not me. I don't want to sleep with my actual son, but I would send him to whoever I'd put him in someone else. So you'd prefer him to and just like fall in love nicely with a nice girl and have sex that way? How unrealistic is that to say? Who falls in love at 18, gets married and has with the, loses their virginity to the person and get married? Does not happen.
You could tell with that last statement that she definitely got hurt by somebody. She don't even believe you can find love anymore. Her ex-husband, and yes, she has an ex-husband, must have been the Joker or some shit. Like, what did bro do to her? And even if she believes that, it doesn't mean sending your son immediately to a street worker at night to do hurt by somebody. She don't even believe you can find love anymore. Her ex-husband
looks casual. She don't look that bad here, but she still looks slightly evil. You could tell she was very evil and he couldn't put up with it no more. Now she's doing all of this. He's probably disgusted by what she's doing. Imagine this being your, oh my God.
Your son immediately to a street worker at night to do the deed. She does recruitment of 18-year-olds anywhere at any time. Just look at this clip.
But my nephew's 18. He's still a child.
I'll send him to me then.
No, I'd absolutely never do that.
Hopefully I'll find him in my queue one day.
Hopefully I'll find him in my queue one day.
That's disgusting.
If I was an interviewer, I'm clocking her ass for even saying. Her obsession with guys, barely legal, also led to her being banned from Australia. She was trying to run an event, which she does in different countries, called Schoolies Week, where she has people who just turned 18 do the deed with her for free, then post it on OF. And parents got so mad out there that they made a petition for her to be denied entry to the country, which got 20,000 signatures. Because of that, her visa got canceled to enter. Shout out to Australia for standing on business.
That's
I feel
tough,
like every
I can't
country
lie.
should be saying that. Where she really got put in the mainstream is when she held an event to have with over 1,000 men, and her goal was to break the record previously held by someone, which was 919. First off, for any dude that went out to that event and did it, every future partner you have deserves to know you went there and did it. A ton of the
Is it that bad if you go first? I'm not saying I would do that. I'm just saying, is it bad if you're within the top 3? Is that bad? Because if you're last, okay, that's terrible. Like, why would you even do it? But if you're first, is it that bad?
guys at the event also said
Is
they
it
had
though?
girlfriends or wives. Man, this is really heartbreaking. You can't tell me they didn't come out with some type of disease. Bonnie Blue herself might be the disease. I don't care if everyone got tested and showed their results.
Someone in there is definitely lying about it.
She had to get 16 staff just to run the event and make sure it went fine. She showed her face the next
16.
day saying it didn't affect her.
Oh my god.
This is what my face looks like after taking 1,000 men less than 12 hours ago. I told you girls, taking fluids for moisturizer was good for your skin.
Saying this like she don't look like Lord Farquaad. And you won't believe when I say she's trying to do an act to top this one. Or maybe it isn't that hard to believe. She's holding an event on June 15th, which as of the time I'm recording this is only a couple of days away, where she's gonna tie herself up in a glass box,
June
be
13th.
naked and have the box open for the public. And in her words, she wants people to be able to do whatever they want with her.
What challenges do you have next?
Bonnie Blue's petting zoo. I am going to be in a glass box, tied up, and it's going to be open for the public.
Oh my god.
Get me in the box, but people can join me to f me, touch me, just look at me.
Where?
I'm going to be in the centre of London, but in a house.
This is straight up promoting grape culture, and you can't tell me otherwise. This type of event would have to have more than just security. Her body could reach a point where it doesn't even recognize itself anymore. She's gonna need to do what actors do and have an on-set doctor or therapist there just to make sure she's okay to keep going. And she wants to
I am going to be in a glass box, tied up, and it's going to be open for the public.
Oh.
otherwise. She's gonna need to do what actors do and have an on-set doctor or therapist there just to make sure she's okay to keep going. And she wants to do double the original event, so 2,000 men. For visual representation, this is what 2,000 men looks like. I don't even know 2,000 people events, so 2,000 men. For visual representation,
Oh my god.
this is what 2,000 men looks like. I don't even know 2,000 people. How the f do you casually find that many people to do it? I sadly think no one around her tries to get her help or a mental evaluation because her whole family agrees with what she's doing. If you're a man and agree with your daughter doing this, you lose 100% of your manhood. The only way it could get this far for someone like her is if no one was checking her, which seems like the case. I've had enough talking about these two though. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself rebaptized after researching all of this. It was not pretty. The dudes that's up to their OnlyFans and participate in this, by the way, are just as bad. I'm waiting one day for hackers to hack OnlyFans and release every person's name sub to one. That would be a hell of a day on the internet. Anyways, make sure to follow me on Twitch and sub to my second channel. I'm trying to stream as much as possible.
I don't have anything to say. I think everything that you lot are thinking, I'm thinking as well. This is like, we should just bomb